Got Jon Ritter from A Ritter Bit Will Do. He's visiting us today. I asked him what he wanted to drive while he was visiting us, and he gave us these two pieces of equipment. He wanted to see the Ventrac.
Absolutely.
And he wanted to try this offset flail. So that's what we're going to do today. We're back at the tower.
I'm looking forward to it.
Let's get started. Wide open throttle.
Okay. Hey, this is kind of fun mowing Tim's yard. Just wait till he gets my bill. Well, a little more throttle. The offset flail mower. Does a great job. Forgot to put my ISOtunes in. There we go. Woo, those are comfy.
Tough cut. Ventrac, tough cut.
And of course it's starting to rain a little. That's okay.
John's gonna come right at me. Woo!
Uh-oh, missed the spot. Gotta get back there. I don't want to get fired here.
We don't fire anybody.
There we go. Gotta keep the boss happy. Hey, this is fun. Still getting used to this forward and reverse. A little different than the treadle pedal on the Kubota, but like everything, it's a learning curve.
Is he complaining about the pedal again?
He said he had to get used to it.
One advantage of this flail mower is it doesn't throw stuff. It keeps it all right there in under the hood.
A little more offset now. All right. Flail mowers work much better going forward than they do backwards. They will mow in reverse, but they're meant to go forward.
There's concrete right around that.
Now I ran that brush mulcher over this pretty much exactly 1 year ago. So this shows how fast these little autumn olives grow. There was some pretty big stuff in here, and I ran that Baumalight brush mulcher over them. 1 year later, we've already got trees that can hardly be mowed with the flail mower. Unbelievable. He keeps turning around that instead of trimming it.
He sees the concrete.
What'd you think?
That took some getting used to, the offset.
Yeah.
But it's a learning curve like everything else.
Well, and you were doing it kind of in the hardest way when you're turning.
Yes.
Right? When you're going straight, it's not an issue.
Doing a lot of sharp turns, yeah.
Somebody parked the Gator in his way.
So,
Sorry.
a lot of different controls.
Well, a lot of different controls that I'm not used to. And just with the foot control itself is a little bit different for me. Which, you know, these green tractors, they're a nice tractor, but they're just not what I'm used to. But yeah, you got your controls over here for your remotes, and then the you have a much nicer 3-point
Really?
up and down, because mine's a 1/4 inching valve.
Oh, that's right. So you don't have the position control.
Yeah, position control, exactly. Yeah.
And but you have 3 things you have to control on this offset flail. That's the 3-point hitch, which is your major up-down control, and then you've got the extend of the boom as well as the tip of the boom.
Yeah.
When we're mowing here in a little flat area, you didn't have to use the tip too much, but if you get in a road ditch or something on steep banks,
Yeah, I could definitely see how that could be useful.
It's useful, but it's a lot of things to do.
A lot of manipulating.
Now you can run it directly behind you,
Yeah.
but of course then you're running over.
Right, and that's what I'm used to, and I would have been able to go a little bit more fast and not be so cautious. But with that offset, I'm like, you got to be really aware of turning, especially around different
Yeah,
obstacles.
I was
that are in the
complaining
way.
because you didn't trim close enough to suit me.
I didn't get close enough to the big steel tower and the concrete pillar there.
Guy wire.
We got good insurance.
Guide wire, yeah. Good insurance?
Yeah.
Should we test them out? What's the name of that insurance company?
So that's the flail.
Lots of fun.
You want to try Vinny?
Of course I do, yeah. Of course, we'll just throw something else that's different to me. An articulating steering. I'm sure that'll get used to that real fast too.
Yeah, now I just showed everybody this big brush. I just ran the brush motor over this about a year ago.
Okay.
It was almost a year ago, and I didn't mow it all summer, and it's grown up 6 foot tall in that year.
You've been waiting for me.
Been waiting for you.
I appreciate
now,
that.
Now, the mower on Vinny is set higher than this, so this is set almost down to ground level.
Yeah, this is down close.
It's really close.
You must have some very sharp blades on there too. Boy, it really just mulched them right up fast.
Yeah.
I need to sharpen my blades on my flail.
I don't know. I've got the hammers. Do you have the hammers?
I do have the hammers.
Okay.
The hammers are the way to go. From
I think
what
so
I understand. Too. I think that people that get the knives and expect it to handle brush, they're wrong. Even if it's just tall grass, you want to get the hammers.
Well, I don't have experience with the others, but I certainly have been pleased with these. Let's see how Vinny does.
All right, let's give it a shot. This would be a lot of fun out at Yukon Acres. going through this light brush is like cutting through butter. Makes it look real easy. Uh-oh, got Tim following me.
I'm gonna have to have friends over more often. I need to mow a little more frequently.
The forward and reverse is actually on my right hand over here. So if I want to go forward, I push it forward, reverse, I pull it back. And there's a little learning curve involved, but I'm starting to pick up on it pretty quickly.
I got into the ground wire.
A little bit of ground wire?
Yeah.
It's all right. Well, you know, steel prices are pretty good for scrap, so put that in the pile. And,
Yeah, it's copper.
oh, it's copper. My goodness, you're a millionaire.
Yeah, the thing is, if lightning strikes,
Yeah.
bad news.
True. Bad news.
That was already disconnected. It's just that, and I knew I was getting close to it, but I don't know where the actual ground stick is. What do you think?
That's a lot of fun. That is so much fun.
Yeah, we've just, you know, we've got a lot more fun in front of us too.
Oh man, we could stay here. We could stay here all day, but this wouldn't take us all day because that moves pretty fast.
Now that machine is about like running a regular lawnmower.
It really is. The only difference is the articulated steering.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then the fact that you can cut big brush.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I'm just on a lawnmower. Just it's comfortable. Christy likes driving it and everything. And then you go in there and it tackles the big brush.
Well, that was my feeling when I first got on it because it feels like it's just a little garden tractor, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, can it handle this? It handles it no problem.
Yeah, it'll handle bigger stuff than this.
It's amazing. Because when I watch you on video, I think you don't get the sense of the commercial quality of it.
Okay.
You just don't. But that's built well. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
They did a nice job putting that together.
Now it's cutting not as low as the flail. And so it looks like it's not cutting as good, but I've got it set really high. I probably ought to set it a little bit lower, but with this approach, I don't have to worry about hitting stuff very often.
Yeah, that's true.
And usually when I'm cutting stuff really rough, I don't really care on the details, but especially when contrasted with the flail, you can see how much better the flail cuts lower. I say better. If this were in my yard, Christy would be having a fit because the
Absolutely.
flail's in the dirt. Spending a good bit of time in the dirt, and so I'm probably being pretty hard on those hammers.
Well, the flail has a multi-purpose. It can cut brush and it can cut your lawn.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, the Ventrac has different attachments. So you got your brush cutter on the front right now.
Yeah.
But earlier I was using your mower, mowing the little loop around the flagpole.
Yeah, I couldn't get him to mow the whole yard.
Well, I charged too much.
Yeah, he wanted $20.
$20 just to mow around that flagpole.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
Well, I gave you a discount because it's your equipment.
Oh.
So
Oh,
I don't know what
my.
you're complaining about.
Wow. Uh-oh.
It killed her.
Yep, it killed him.
It's having too much fun.
He's gonna disappear in there.
That's why they call it the tough cut.
That's incredible. I couldn't believe what it was doing. I thought you were going to break something. I did.
For once, I didn't break anything.
That's really amazing.
And that's why they call it the tough cut.
Wow.
It's tough. And those things are 15 feet high in there. You have to get that grapple in there and
Yeah.
get that pile of stuff out of there.
This is an impressive quality machine. It is.
Now, what I want to do, I'm going to lift this up, and I want you to feel the blades.
Okay.
I understand that I've had this deck for 4 years. Never sharpened the blades.
Never sharpened. Good. I was hoping he was going to turn it off before I felt.
Oh
the
yeah, I
blades.
wanted you to get under there. I'll turn it on. Put your hand under there. Let's see how it works.
Yeah, I used my fingernails trimmed a little bit.
You can see that one.
Wow. They're like the brand new almost.
So flip it around here so we can get another one. Is that blade even still on, or is it totally broke off?
It's over there, and it looks just fine. Wow.
You can see the stuff we're taking off.
Yeah.
Now you can also see that I strategically stopped a few places. Like there's one there that I left,
Yeah.
right? And then I kind of went around some of this. I looked in there, and then we were getting to a big one here.
I have seen on your channel though, you do have some other toys that might be a little bit more fun to come back here and.
Yeah, I hate to
Yeah.
take it. And the other negative of using any sort of a brush mower for this technique is these stobs,
Yes. Yeah.
right? See, we leave these stobs sticking up here.
Yeah.
You're not going to hurt your tires today while they're still green,
It's in
but
the
after they
future.
dry up,
Yeah.
they get harder,
Yeah, they do.
and you have a risk of hurting your tires. And that
Yeah,
brush
that's true.
mulcher we got, we can take it right down to ground level.
Yep. I have hazelnut bushes that do the same thing. They're just
Okay.
a big cluster, and then when you cut them off, they make a big mess.
But I could get all that. Now, one thing about this particular mower versus a traditional brush hog is it doesn't do any mulching. If you notice, there was no lift on those blades.
Right.
It doesn't attempt to lift anything and keep it in the deck.
Okay.
And that's one reason you can run a 6-foot
Cuts
tough
it.
cut on
Cuts
a
it and spits it
24
out,
horsepower
yeah.
tractor, is because it's just trying to cut. And so when you get into some like tall grass, you'll see that it cuts it off nicely and it just lays it over, right? So it doesn't mulch it near as much as a brush mower or a flail mower or
flail
anything
mower,
like
yeah.
that. But I think the compromise works for most applications that this mower is intended.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's pros and cons. I mean, you could cut your grass with that mower, and you can cut these trees down with that mower. Unbelievable.
Okay, well, I guess that's enough mowing. I don't know. You've got a part of it mowed here for me, but
Well, I wanted to leave you something to do this week.
yeah, I guess I'm going to have more friends. Keep
There you go.
inviting more friends, because I think I need to mow it a little more frequently. This hadn't been mowed since I
Yeah.
brush mulched it last fall.
Well, I can come back next week, but I'll have to charge you some mileage.
This guy, he's too expensive for me. Hey, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. We may see if we can find something else back in the barn to play with before John leaves. And John, I thank you for coming.
Hey, this has been so much fun. I really appreciate you having me out here and let me play on your toys.
A Ritter bit will do on YouTube. You just have to put sunglasses on because the tractors are so bright on his channel. But other than that, he's a lot of fun, and he's just he's one of the guys that brings us together as a community of YouTube influencers. He kind of keeps in touch with everybody, and so I appreciate that.
Thank you, Tim.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim.
It would be nice if I would have brought my trailer. Sneak that home with me. Boy, I'd have fun with that Ventrac. I would.
So
Oh, just if I had the time.
get as close as you can here. And let the mower go out under him.
Not run over the camera lady.
She'll get out of the way.
She'll